Hello and welcome back to week number 2 of the Character Design for Educators course. And in week number 2 we want you to start working with the character Chloe again. But first let me address to you where your files are being saved. And actually the default location of where Adobe Character Animator saves your files is somewhere in the document where Character Animator would like to save your file. So I want to make it a logical location. So I'm going to go for File and Save My Project As. And in that way I can go easily to my desktop, make a new folder, create, and let's call this one the Matthijs character, because I'm going to alter my character in Adobe Illustrator. So now my project is being saved and we would like you to start with the Chloe character in Adobe Illustrator. So let's open Chloe. That will also open Adobe Illustrator, but let's go back to Character Animator at first, because that will reveal the location where my character lives. So when I double click on my character in the project bin, it will go to the rig option, and in here you will find where your puppet is being saved. And we could also go to that location with a right click on the character and reveal in Finder or Explorer. And then this is my file located within my project folder used in Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Character Animator. So when I want to alter my character, I need to alter this file. This file is already open inside of Illustrator, so let's have a look and see what we can do to make some adjustments. Of course, everything in Character Animator is based on working with layers. So let's go into the Layers panel and see what's happening over there. Make a little bit more room for the names of the layers, and this is actually the layer structure. So we've got a plus sign with Chloe, so this character will follow my lead. That's what the plus sign tells me, and everything with a plus sign will follow the webcam directly. So the eyebrows will follow the right eye, left eye, etc. A good thing to know is that the right eye over here is the left eye on the screen, but it's Chloe's right eye, if that makes sense. We are allowed to alter the file, like said below, so let's do that. And maybe Chloe needs to be transformed into a guy, and I want it to be a teacher. So let's select her hair, and Adobe Illustrator shows us where the hair lives in the layer structure by using this little colored rectangle over here. So this is the layer, or actually the sub layer where the hair is located. I can easily delete it on my keyboard. Delete this little pin over here, and it already gives me a nice look of a boy already. Maybe I would like to alter the hair color as well. So let's select with holding down Shift on my keyboard, make selection of the hair, and this is where the hair color is located, but I can also find it in the Properties panel over here with the fill color, and I can easily select another color if I want to have it a little bit darker. I don't want to use the Character Animator logo anymore, maybe later on the logo of my school. And let's look again in the layer structure and keep track of where things are, because if I want to use regular pens, I would need to alter the pens inside of the body sublayer. So if I open up the layer structure over here, it will show me all the sublayers in there, or actually all the objects that have been made in there, and these are the pens. So if I want to select something within a layer or a sublayer, I could easily select this little circle, and that will select my pens in this case, and I can easily scale it upwards. Or what I could do is select the pens in this case, because I want it to be in front of the socks. So let's select the layer, move it upwards above the socks, and now it makes more sense. If I want to adjust this little point over here, I could use the direct selection tool, the little right arrow, and select only this point and drag it upwards, something like this. Well, now if I want to alter the shirt a bit more, maybe I would like to give it a more business feel, so let's make it a nice shirt. In that case I could use the little pen tool over here and start drawing a color of my shirt just by clicking, not clicking and dragging, just clicking through and close the shape at the end. Something like this. If I want to alter it, I could use the direct selection tool again and maybe lower this point, something like this. And in that case, make some minor adjustments. If I want to duplicate this little object over here, I could easily Command C and Command V, or use the reflect tool, because I want to have it on the opposite side as well. So if I double click on the reflect tool, it will give me the option to flip it vertical and copy it. So let's see what that looks like. Copy. And now I can use the selection tool again and relocate it. Of course, these colors need to be in front of the sleeves. So once again, I'm looking through my structure over here, and in this case, the colors are in the body layer with the hands on top of it. So when I select both layers, holding down Shift, I could drag them upwards and let them go underneath the body. So it will maintain within the body and on top of my sleeves. So that works perfectly right now. If I want to alter the shirt as well, make a nice different color, let's select the properties again, go to the fill color and maybe something light gray. I don't really like these shadow parts anymore, so just delete those, getting rid of some layers. And maybe I would like to draw a tie. I could use the pen tool again, sort of a diamond shape like object, and another one forming the shape of the tie. Scroll down a bit. And then close it off. And of course this one needs to be on top. We don't see it yet because of the same color, but I always like to keep things structured the way that I'd like. Maybe I want to add some shadow later on, and then it would need to be on top of it. Maybe scale it a bit more. And now we've got a nice necktie as well. If I want to add something to my layer structure over here, let's say in the head, maybe I would like to add a pair of glasses. I would need it to be in the head layer, because the glasses will follow the lead as well of my character. So when I zoom into the eyes, I need to make sure that I'm gonna draw a rectangle on top of the eyes. It's now in the left eyebrow, so that's not a really good thing to do. But I can open up the left eyebrow, drag my rectangle out of it, and let it go in between the layers and reorganize it a bit. So if I swap the colors over here, making sure that you've got a line and not a fill color, go into the properties, add a little bit of weight, using the direct selection tool, the white arrow, to do something like this. Alt drag to make a copy, and let's draw a line in between to keep the pair of glasses together. Select all these objects and see if the layer structure is still okay. It's starting to become a little mess over here, so probably it would be better to group those objects with Object and Group, Glasses. Let's save it again, and let's go back to Character Animator and see what our character looks like. And immediately, because of a dynamic link between Illustrator and Character Animator, the character will update. I don't like the name, of course, so I need to rename it with a right click. Matthijs in this case. And let's go to the record option, set a rest pose, and the character follows my lead in his new outfit with the glasses, and everything is still working. Of course, we can relocate this character as well. And to make it a little bit more fun, we can import with a double click in the project bin and import a file, a JPEG, a PNG, or something you've created inside of Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. I've got my classroom setting over here, and this is just an Adobe Illustrator file. Import. and drag this classroom underneath the Matthijs layer in this case. And maybe readjust it a bit. I see some black spots over here on the left hand side. Of course, when you want to record your acting skills, you will need to select your character and not your classroom in this case. And then your character will respond in his natural environment. So have fun with altering your character in Adobe Illustrator for this week's assignment.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Click the link in the description below to explore more free online professional development on the Adobe Education Exchange. And click the link on screen to subscribe to the channel for more videos.